Hi, my name is Dmitry Palchun. I'm from project Dapplets, and I will talk about building unstoppable augmentations. So what's about? Internet was born as a democratic medium, but in time it has become monopolized by telecom providers and media agents. Ethereum has proposed the technology to break the provider's monopoly, but largely it was about server side, not about media monopoly. We introduce a technology to make a necessary next step and decentralize level of the user experience and break the monopoly of content providers. So who we are? Project Dapplets is a community project, and we have realized that former efforts to decentralize the server level are not sufficient. And it was clear in the ICO craze. And that's why we have started to think about what could we do better. How can we do it? I will explain in the cookbook. And what are the business applications and the business implications of our approach. In the year 2014, it was a region of Web3. It was the start of Web3. Ethereum has started to talk about what computer. It's something like a computer is a bunch of computers, but they behave as a single computer. And they have unique features like decentralizations, disintermediation, permissionless, trustless, all bunch of these funny words, fuzzy words, and we should think a little bit deeper, what does it mean? The first question we should ask, decentralization of what? What we would like to decentralize? This answer is quite easy because it was talked about, or Vitalik has talked about, centralized servers. So we would like to decentralize servers or everything on that layer. But the next question, who is the beneficiary? For whom is the technology? It's a more tricky question. The former slogan from Ethereum was building unstoppable applications. And if it's something that some applications that we are talking about, that then our direct beneficiaries are developers, application owners, but not users. It's quite amazing because users are not direct beneficiary of the technology, but it's true. Their benefits is completely up to goodwill of application owners. We should also think more about what decentralization, disintermediation, all that funny words mean. Decentralization is the absence of a single point of failure, and disintermediation is the absence of the forced rent extraction. Though the word absence means there should be no point, no item in the set that has this feature, that no item that can be a single point of failure, or no actor who could extract his rent forcibly. But absence also means no individuals and no groups of individuals, or no groups of items. It's tricky too, because a group of colluded actors can behave as a single actor. And it's actually a collective actor, but it's an actor. And this group actor or the group element may become a single point of failure or maybe have a monopoly. So in the year 2017, it was a great ICO craze. Technically, it was great. A lot of ICOs collected more than 20 billions of dollars, and biggest ICO like EOS has collected 4 billions of dollars, and other collected more 100 millions of dollars. It means essentially, technically, it worked out. But there was downside. It was a lot of ICOs with unrealistic business goals and risk assessment. They caused more than 90% losses. It was a lot of projects with completely unfair token economics. a lot of scammers. Yeah, it's not good. It's not technical, but it's not good. How we deal with it? How we deal with this downside of our technology? Essentially, the question is who is to blame for all the ICO scams? And usually we are thinking in the community is this: if you made a wrong risk assessment, or you send your money to scammers, or all these crazy things that could be happen to you, you could probably disconnect it from the token. Your token can has unlimited supply. There are a lot of mousetraps there. In any cases, it's your fault. And it means essentially, if it's all your fault, and it means it's your complete responsibility. And it means our user, who is responsible for everything, should be able to audit Solidity contracts. She runs own nodes. She uses air-gapped wallets. He is guru in IT security. He has deeper knowledge in the business domain he invested in. And everything he has time to validate everything of above. And it's quite unrealistic. Essentially, we are talking about mass adoption while expecting Superman for mass adoption. It's unrealistic. What is the current situation? So we have made an unpleasant experience. We have empowered the application owner, but this application owner can be evil. And if he is evil, he is unstoppable. Even he is evil. And if he can lock the user's attention, and then user is falling into malicious sales funnel and is completely unreachable for help or warnings from outside, because even the project is malicious and anyone knows about it, but this user can get help from outside because the owner just block any help from outside on his website. So we have some expectations that are wrong. Superman assumptions are definitely wrong. We can expect mass adoption and have Superman expectations on our user. Trustless feature is something tricky, because initially trustless means an ability to check everything, but in time it became an obligation. The slogan "Don't trust, verify" means you verify everything. You have an ability, but you must verify everything, but nobody can verify everything. And it means the verification, this verification is a seamless collective work. It's not the work of single one. Summary. Our decentralization empowers any application owner, evil or good, doesn't matter. We should be aware that users are not direct beneficiaries of our process of the Web3, because they have no leverage on their benefit, and their benefit is up to DApp owners only. If DApp owner is good, okay, user is in benefit. But if they are evil, yeah, it doesn't work. So, and the next, it's very hard to recognize a malicious project or malicious DApp for a single user, because owner is in control of user experience. He controls his attention on owner's website fully. Then we have started to think, what could we do with it? So if we have a malicious application, how can we stop it? So let's think about it. How can we stop an unstoppable application? Either you can stop it or it's unstoppable. Yeah, we can't. But we can try to stop users from using it. So that's why we need the self-sovereign UX, self-sovereign user experience. And it means self-sovereign means user is the owner of his own user experience, not the provider who owns his or user's user experience. So what's currently is going on? Any owner, any application owner tries to gain an exclusive control over the user experience he delivers to the user. It's quite usual. Once it works out, the owner or the application owner can brainwash user in any possible way. The law restricts the power of the owner, but it leads to censorship. We don't like censorship. So we should to create a better way to break the owner's monopoly on the user experience. And we introduce the way where the user composes his own user experience from many sources. And that's why he owns the composed user experience. And the application owner doesn't have the monopoly over the user's attention anymore. How we can do it? So let's see the usual situation. We have a user, and the user is working with a browser, and the browser displays some website delivered by server, and the server is under the application owner's control. But the browser and the user itself, of course, is under user's control. We leverage it. We create some augmentation engine, that's a part of software, that embeds small user applications, some small widgets, into the website directly. These augmenting applications, we call them Dapplets. They are stored decentrally in decentralized web, so they are impossible to be deleted, and nobody can stop them. So the user becomes a mixed user experience. The main user experience from the owner, but also another user experience, the widgets or interpretations of the information that he becomes from the owner, he becomes from the third-party source he has selected. How it works in details? Yes, we will see we have our website, and here's our website, and we have our Dapplets. We have just inject them context sensitive into the website. But in order to achieve, we have some few elements more. We have a bunch of adapters. We have overlay panel, and we have some core services. Overlay panel is some overlay where we display more complex information than usual, not only the buttons, but something for more complex workflows embedded into the website. Adapters are responsible for embedding of buttons or badges direct into the website. And core services is just website convenience services for connecting wallets, or login, logout services, and so on. Why we have different adapters? Content adapters is responsible to embedding widgets directly on the right place into the website. Content adapters make all the low-level work. Viewport adapter embeds elements relative to the viewport, not relative to the website. It could be, for example, a floating button. And viewport adapter is something that offers a stable interface to many similar content adapters, like adapters for Twitter or adapter for Instagram can have the same interface of social network virtual adapter. Why we do need all this architecture? Let's see an example. The 1 and 2 are the small buttons we injected into the Twitter site. If we click on this button, we open the overlay and exact this Dapplet, this application here is 3. It's important to understand that we only inject very small elements into the host side, into the Twitter here, because we wouldn't like to distract the website. The user should always have the initial user experience of the Twitter and should be in control of this user experience he has. If our Dapplet needs more complex workflow, like we see it here, it's application community invite, or another application identity management, though this workflow he can see in overlay. So it's how it works. And of course, you have a possibility to switch off and to switch on the Dapplets related to this website. So once more, why we need an adapter? We can understand an adapter as some kind of hardware driver. It implements low-level parsing. It detects the version of the website because it could be possible that the same website has multiple versions delivered to multiple audience groups. Lifecycle and versioning of the page is the same with the website. This adapter hosts multiple apps. Let's see. We have here one Twitter adapter, and it hosts multiple applications, like here. And all these adapters, their role is to export quite easy, quite simple, but stable semantic-driven API. It means if our adapter deals with Twitter, it exports something with something about posts, icons, places we can insert, more buttons, and so on. And this interface is semantically driven. It's not technical. Augmenting applications, our Dapplet, implements a business case. It's quite simple, just because the very hard job, or all the hard job is done in adapter. The audit difficulty is low. It's important. That's why we can ensure the security. The lifecycle and versioning of the Dapplet of our augmenting application is those of business use case. It's quite independent from the versioning of adapter. Essentially, all these widgets, they are implemented in adapter, but configured in application. So how it works. We configure widgets in adapter and they are in application when they are implemented in adapter. So we have permissionless security in our system. It means all roles in our system are permissionless. It means anybody can start in any role. There's no any onboarding. Trust is voluntary. It means the user can trust any application, or he can trust an auditor who has verified an application. It's up to him. All modules, adapters, and applications are hashed and hashes are signed. And widgets, as we've seen, are visually limited. It's impossible for applications to create something more than a widget that adapter makes possible to create. And that's why the idea is applications are restricted and application has no direct access to the page. It's a security. And we have no forced updates or automatic updates are up to user. How our versioning system works. An application developer or an adapter developer starts in a very initial and naive understanding of only one version of their web page existing. So we are here. The web page evolves and adapter may become a next version to catch up with these changes. But at some time, we detect there are two versions in the world of the website, something like A/B testing. In this moment, the adapter developer releases a next version, special version for another version of the website, the version of the adapter. And he releases a prober, a special adapter who checks on which website we are currently on. And this prober loads one or another adapter version. But the thing is that the application developer can work and all application will work without any change because the interface from all adapters versions remains the same. Assuming the website hasn't changed greatly, although semantic. So this architecture of adapter and applications ensures that our website can change, our adapter can change, but our applications are continue working. Yeah. What economic system looks like in our system? We have users, and users are using applications. And somehow they pay to the application developer for it. But application developer is using services of adapter, and that's why they pay to adapter developer. All of the users can pay an auditor if they don't want to trust to do the verification work and audit work on their own. They can pay to auditors, and auditors make this job. Over the whole community, we can introduce more economic patterns like token-curated registries, for example, to create a list of best applications. Or we can create a self-sovereign governance or token-based governance to tune the system, to tune the parameters of the system. So we are building the user experience system which is unstoppable, permissionless, it's context sensitive, it's important, it's privacy aware, it's self-sovereign, it means user essentially is the owner of his own user experience, and the system is driven by self-sustainable economics. And the whole reason why we are doing, we would like to break the owner's monopoly over the user attention and let user gain direct control over his user experience that he currently receives from the owners, from the content providers only. We have business applications, but what they are? How we build our internet business usually? We create an application and we are targeting two groups of people, two different groups of people, group 1 and group 2. Someone from group 1 will see someone from group 2, and someone from group 2 will see someone from group 1. And we connecting them and take some fee, and this is how the internet business works. If we connect them directly, we can just collect the fees, and it means we just disrupted internet business. Another idea is to change the marketing approach. Usual marketing approach is to monetize the traffic. We attract the user to visit our site. Inside our website, there are business processes. They monetize essentially the traffic and create a cash flow. But we can go different way. We can just spread our business processes to the communities where the users are, into the websites where the users are. They don't need to visit our site. They could execute the business workflows on their site where they are. And we can execute community targeting. It means essentially, if we have a website for example, Republicans and Democrats, and we would like to sell something to all of them, but they don't like each other. And that's why it could be difficult to create this website and attract all of them. But what if we spread our business workflows into existing communities of Democrats or of Republicans? And then they are in their community where they are, in their home communities, and we can place our project directly where they are. Some projects could be sold only in this way. For example, prediction market or betting. Or if we are selling fun articles, we should place them directly into the communities. And with our technology, it's possible because it's possible to embed our workflows directly inside the communities. Conclusions. UX decentralization, as a decentralization of user experience, is the next necessary step for the self-sovereign user experience. It gives a single user the concentrated power of the whole user community. And user is, at no moment he is disconnected from his community just because the application owner has blocked him on his website. And this self-sovereign UX can disrupt existing business workflows. It's quite funny. But it works only if the system is permissionless, decentralized, privacy-aware, and with strong economic incentives. Thank you. We are Dmitry Palchun and Alex Sakhaev. We are from Project Dapplets. If you have ideas what business use case we could implement, let's contact us. It could be a very interesting discussion. Thank you.